Today is an exciting day.
Spicy.
Because I'll be leaving my little Chinese mansion
Honestly,
here in Chongqing.
Oh my god.
Are actually not so little, a very large Chinese mansion with a beautiful view of Chongqing, by the way. And we're going on a road trip. Yes, Bert and I will be going on a road trip about 2 hours, 3 hours outside of Chongqing. And I'm gonna show you a completely different side to China, basically. For the past couple of days, for the past week, we've been hanging out here in Chongqing, which is China's biggest city. And now we're going to the countryside, where it's gonna be all about nature and history, culture. We're going to a place that, okay, instead of telling you everything about it, I'm gonna show you. Okay, let's go. I have to go downstairs now because I'm late as usual.
Bert, how excited are you on a scale from 1 to 10 for our little road trip?
honestly, I think road trips are really not fun. So maybe.
No way, you're American. That's why I pointed the camera at you. I was like, he's gonna show us the energy. He's gonna give us the energy.
Yeah, but like sometimes these road trips can be so long, and then you sit in traffic. So
Guys, I literally don't know what happened. Like, this is my hype man. Bert is always in a good mood, and now. I know. I understand some of them.
You understand characters for real?
Some of them. I did HSK free.
But you can speak Chinese, right? You can.
I can speak a little. 但是我的中文不太好。 I can say 我叫 Kaja, 我是波兰人。
Other words you can't. You can speak any other.
Yeah, I did HSK free, guys. 9 years ago, but we're heading to a place called Datsu, and it's gonna be either 1 hour or 3 hours away. And like basically nobody knows because it all depends on the traffic. Are you laughing, Bert?
So I finally found it though on the map. So I was looking up the wrong Datsu. It's like,
oh
now,
no
now
way,
we know it's only
really?
1 hour and a half away.
That's why, oh my god, that's why we've been confused. Well, but the thing about Chongqing and China in general, that Google Maps or Apple Maps, they don't work that well here. However, in like Shanghai, Beijing, many on the East Coast, I think Google Maps is still okay. I use it and I've survived. But here in Chongqing, it doesn't even make sense to use it. It just doesn't work here. So that's where the confusion comes from. But now we know. Hopefully it's not gonna take 3 hours to get there. And so far there is no traffic, so. Made it to Dazu and we're pulling up to our hotel. And unfortunately the weather is really bad. It's raining, but we just discovered something that I didn't expect to see here. There's a whole like lotus field plantation, I don't know how you would call it, and the flowers are actually in bloom. So we just checked in. I am so excited about the view outside of my window. I just spilled all over myself. It's a very nice view. Let me show you. Let me give you a quick room tour.
So when you come in, you've got the bedroom area on the left, some little like dining area here. This is the bathroom with a nice big bathtub. And what I love about this room is how bright it is. Look at these windows. And the best part is the view. Look at this. I didn't even know that we'll basically be staying in a lotus field. And as you can tell, the flowers are actually in bloom. So there's a lot of people here admiring the beautiful lotus flower. Can you hear the rooster? I haven't heard a rooster for a while. Not in Chongqing, certainly not in Chongqing. But we are only 1 hour. It took us 1.5 hours to drive here from the center of Chongqing. So technically Datsu is still like part of Chongqing. So it's not very far, and it's definitely nice to be out in like nature after being in this big busy city for a week. This is why it's fun to travel with Bert.
I got you a Pikachu cotton candy.
I do appreciate a Pikachu cotton candy. Okay, let's go and get my Pikachu candy. Depth water, tourist stop. Okay, I stop This water does not look very deep to me, but good. Thank you for the warning. Bad news, unfortunately, the Pikachu cotton candy that Bird got melted away. So we're not gonna eat that, but good news is that we're heading to town to grab some food, which is good because I am starving right now.
This is cool. Like, it's definitely different than normal Chongqing.
Yeah. So we made it to the old town here in Datsu, and it's so cool. I really love the vibe because, as you can see, everyone is staring at us. Bert and I were probably like the only foreigners in this town. This is not your typical tourist destination. The first stop is gonna be this potato stall. Potatoes are very traditional, like very popular in this region, so we're gonna get ourselves some potatoes. These potatoes, it does look very spicy, so I am slightly afraid for my life again, but it looks very yummy. I love potatoes. So we have our plate of potato here, and we're gonna try it now.
I'm gonna try a little bit of the spicier
That's a huge
side.
piece of potato.
Okay, it looks like I got. There we go.
It tastes like it's a bit raw, like it's not fully cooked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it is raw.
So yeah, that's how they do it sometimes in China. They cook the potato where it's still got like a little bit of give. They don't want it to be overcooked.
So we've got our second dish here. It's a dessert. What is it again?
Cold shrimp.
Cold shrimp.
Cold shrimp.
It's apparently cold shrimp, but it's not actual shrimp. It's just a candy that looks like shrimp. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try it. Very fine in consistency, but Chinese desserts are often liquidy like that and has whole lots of stuff in it. And we've got also our second dessert of the day here. I don't even know what to go for. There's just so much in here. Wait, let me get a bit of like everything. I have no idea what I'm eating. But there's some jelly here, there's some nuts. What is this? Like the white thing?
Right. This is the shrimp.
This is the shrimp?
Yes.
Okay. It's good. It's kind of similar to the dessert we had yesterday at Hot Pot place. Look at this traditional scale the lady has there. This is so cute. This boy, his grandma is teaching him how to bike. But then they got this bike with like veggies on it. I guess it's hers, so she probably sells the veggies. So it's so much harder to learn. Go little man, you can do it. She's teaching him how to bike, but with the whole veggie thing in the bag. It's so cute. Look at this street, this is so cool. We're back, so cool. He thinks it's cool. We're back on the road. We've got Lucas here. We've got Bird. Lucas, where are we going? Lucas is our man. He's taking care, he's babysitting Bird and I. So we're having some hot pot here since we're still in the hot pot capital. Also, this is really funny because this is the first dish that we were served. And this is basically like sweet rice cake with syrupy filling. And it's always funny to me because in China it's quite common to eat a sweet food together with your main meals, because obviously in the West, the way we're used to doing it is having savory, salty food first and then having dessert or sweet food as our last meal, right? And here it's kind of like a blend, like you have your sweet food wherever at any point during the meal, which I don't know, whenever it happens to me in China, I'm always like, whoa. So apparently the hot pot we're having today is not so spicy, it's more soury, which is good for me because the one yesterday like almost killed me. It's nice. It's good fish, yeah, it's not spicy, that's nice. So how it works, as you can see, you get these little, really thin pieces of fish. And then we also have this little basket so we don't lose the fish in the hot pot. I don't like beer, so I'm having some Coke, and this is like Chinese Coke made in Chengdu, you said? Tastes the same.
Say.
Also, do you want to know what I did? I'm very smart. I put my little dessert here. I hide it under the table. So when we're done with actual food, the dessert is here. Bert decided to stay with the others and get a drink, and I came back to the hotel, and what I see is like, I'm a bit speechless right now because the amount of people here. Do you see this? It's insane. Well, Lotus is very popular in China as well, and it looks like all of Datsu decided to come here today to see the Lotus. But this is something I've experienced in China quite a few times, where they have a very beautiful, like, natural nature place, like a cave or a mountain or whatever. In this case, beautiful flowers, right? And instead of just letting nature do its magic, they put like laser lights all over it. Like, for me personally, it doesn't really, it doesn't really add anything to it. Like, the flowers are already so beautiful. You really do not need these freaking shiny lights all over, but good morning from Dazu. I'm just enjoying my morning cup of coffee with the sounds of, can you hear this? It's frogs. This Lotus Pond is like next level, honestly. Such a beautiful place to stay, and today is actually the day when we'll be seeing the place. The reason why we came to Datsu. A very, very, very interesting place. But for me, this hotel so far has definitely been a highlight. Just waking up to a lotus field. Do you call it a lotus field? Lotus pond? Just waking up and seeing like hundreds, probably thousands of lotus flower in full bloom. Pink lotus flower in full bloom is really just such an epic experience, and I honestly didn't even expect that. One of the reasons why lotus flowers are so popular here in China is because it has a lot of symbolic meaning. So lotus flowers grow out of mud, and a lot of people like that, you know, something so beautiful and impressive can grow out of something that is not very impressive, basically. So we finally made it to the entrance of the national park where Dazu Rock Carvings are located. Those rock carvings that we're gonna hopefully see in a second are basically the reason why this place, where Dazu became a popular tourist destination here in the region. Some of these stone carvings that you see behind me are more than 1,000 years old. Even here in Datsu, we have a train in a mall. So funny with these trains, right? How they just feel like a train belongs in a mall.
So out of place, for real. In China, only in China. Like, you have like trains taking people around for 60 kwai. It's like outrageous prices, and it's just like for babies.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it's like for children, but a lot of adults do it too because they don't feel like walking.
Yeah, the adults do it in the end.
I'm back in my lovely room. The day is coming to an end. Today was intense, but also great. And Chongqing / Dazu adventures are coming to an end for me. But I am not leaving yet. I am going to a place tomorrow that I always really wanted to explore more. I've been there once before, but many, many years ago. And yeah, I'm not gonna tell you more. You can guess where I'm going. A city that is possibly the most popular city in China. I don't know, maybe, yes. And that's not my hometown of Shanghai, obviously.